This story is wild. Clarissa Ward goes into a Syrian prison. And the situation is odd because I never really covered this, but it was like weird because the prisoner that was supposedly in prison had like clothing that wasn't tattered. He didn't look like he was actually in these horrifying conditions that we've seen Syrian prisoners in. Normally, people are just like taking Syrian prisoners out of prison and like these guys haven't seen daylight for like 10 years. It's crazy. This one, on the other hand, she's walking into the jail and the dude's got like a groomed beard. He looked fresh and everyone was like, this is fake. Like, what the hell's going on? And I thought it was suspicious. I didn't really have time to cover it. I thought it was odd though, because there are a million, like there are not a million, but there are tens of thousands of real stories of people who have been falsely imprisoned in Syrian prisons for years. And I kind of want to show you the OG coverage. I don't think they're going to show the OG coverage, but it was weird. It was like a very weird situation because like she walks up, the guy that she's with is like, oh, this door is locked. And then the camera pans away and then the guard shoots the soldier shoots the door. Oh, here it is. 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 Let's watch.
Finally, after 3 months in a windowless cell, he can finally see the sky.
انت حر
الله ضوء
انت حر
الله ضوء
روح اجي روح
يا الله
هدي اعصابك
My God, the light, he says. Oh God, there is light.
Like, come on, bro. He looks like he's faking it. He looks like he's acting. Now, you can't say that because there are so many real images, right? It's just that this one was like particularly wild because of how it came about. And he doesn't look like the tens of thousands of prisoners that have been released from prison so far. It's just crazy that he did not fit that mold at all. He looked far too clean. He looked far too hydrated. He's too hydrated and mentally clear for this to have been even 5% likelihood of being true. He said he was housed for months and weeks without food. Yeah, he said he didn't have water for like days. And it just didn't make any sense. I promise you. I'm so glad that I didn't say shit though at the time because people would have yelled at me nonstop, endlessly, even if I was right in the end. I just did not have time to cover it, but I did think it was like wild. Like, why not feature any number of like real prisoners? Yeah, people would be like, oh, you're defending Assad's crimes or whatever when I say shit like that. Here's how here's how the story starts. Tell me this is not staged. Tell me Clarissa Ward is not a soap actor. Tell me CNN's blah, 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 whatever, right? Wait, where is it? Where's the original? Oh, here is the scene. Here's how it starts. Okay, I wanted to show this.
Is he gonna shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door. We go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Oh, it moved. Is there someone there? I thought I saw it move. Is someone there? Or is it just a blanket? I don't know.
I think it's someone. Hello?
Okay, it's just
I'm a civilian, he says. I'm a civilian.
He was not a civilian.
He tells the fighter he's from the city of Homs and has been in the cell for 3 months.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
He clutches my arm tightly with both hands.
Okay.
Does
anyone have any water?
بدي اشرب مي.
My.
مي.
Okay, it's water. It's water. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're okay.
هدي هدي
You're okay.
Oh, and Chatter said, what if he was a pro-Assad guy in hiding, lol? What if, Chatter? What if that was the case? Because something about this is a little fishy. My man's far too clean cut.
The fighter hands him something to eat.
No.
Barely lift it to his mouth.
First of all, if he had 3 months of no food and water, one, he wouldn't look that way. And two, he would die from refeeding syndrome. He would die. Look at his nails. He would literally die, bro. Bro's doing a vaccine injury. He's got the shakes. Ya Allah, Anthony Fauci. He vaccinated me. Clarissa, you are my favorite. I did the vaccine. Cause the vaccine. I have the shakes.
I'm shaking. My face is shaking, he says. The rebel tells him there's no more army, no more prisons, no more checkpoints. Are you serious, he says? Surya Harra. Syria is free, he tells him. It's the first time he has heard those words.
So listen. So what ended up happening? What ended up happening was, first of all, I don't think that like Clarissa Ward staged this. I just think she's too horny to like get a Pulitzer. So in that moment, I'm fairly certain that she was just like not exercising normal critical thinking, any sort of like journalistic due diligence, any sort of process here that would have been like, can we fact check this guy? Can we see what his background is? That literally is what you're supposed to do. I'm going to tell you something, okay? I've had many articles written about me, profile pieces, puff pieces, even hit pieces. What journalists are supposed to do, they have entire units dedicated to fact checking. And fact checkers will constantly harass you through the process to be like, you said this. We wanted to verify it. You know, we couldn't find any evidence. Can you show us any evidence about this? The very fact that as far as like foreign policy pieces goes, as long as it's like in line with America's State Department, like whatever their interests are in any particular region, they just don't even, they don't even do any sort of fact check. Like, it's crazy. What's extra crazy is that this person that didn't pass the smell test for many other people for obvious reasons, like he looks in far too good of a shape, especially when there are literally tens of thousands of people that you could have interviewed after they got released from prison. I've seen hundreds of videos where people are being broken out of prison. Assad's notoriously cruel prisons, where they're just like, you see them, their faces, the way that they've been harmed, like it very clearly is different than a guy wearing like a nice fucking leather coat with fur inlining. And when I say the smell test, I mean literally the smell test as well, not figuratively. This dude doesn't look like he hasn't showered in 3 months. He does not look like he hasn't had a haircut in 3 months. He does not look like he hasn't eaten in 3 months. You would straight up be victim to severe malnutrition if his story was correct. Yeah, not one speck of dirt under his manicured nails, man. And a lot of people were yelling about the story because a lot of people hate CNN. So a lot of people were shitting on Clarissa Ward, being like, you staged this, you staged this, you staged this. The wrong with you? You staged this. And all of those people, all of the people that are not necessarily just like anti-Assad, but also pro-America State Department people, and there's many of them because there's so many anti-Assad people, but then there are a lot of people who are not only anti-Assad, but pro-American empire. All those people are yelling at this guy who, yes, you're not wrong, looks cleaner than Osman Gold coming out of Assad's notoriously brutal prisons. Well, it turns out CNN's in a little bit of a hot water because that guy isn't actually a prisoner of Assad. He's the prison guard. Here is Mohammed Salama, a former Air Force intelligence officer, strengthening evidence of his past activities after his appearance on a CNN report. CNN confirmed the identity of freed Syrian prisoner Assad intelligence officer Mohammed Salama, with local residents saying he operated checkpoints in Homs notorious for their abuses. What's crazy is first of all, Osama bin Laden, 6'7", he should have balled. Okay, he was he was worried about the wrong towers. Okay, Osama bin balling. This guy, he should have been acting. He clearly has a proclivity for it. He has a natural talent for it. If he had honed his theater kid skills, he probably would have been way better by this point. What's more crazy is she hasn't even acknowledged it yet. We confirmed the real identity of the man from our story last Wednesday is Salama Muhammad Salama. Wait, I'm just saying, if he was able to improvise in that moment when he's got like guns pointed at him and shit, like if he worked a little bit instead of operating, as an intelligence officer in the Assad regime, he could have been like an Oscar-winning actor. Bro came out of the prison looking like the British dad who always ends up killing his son. You know what I'm talking about? What's his name? I have to play a video from him. The British guy who's always crying. Yep. Bro came out of the prison looking like this.
Praise God!
What is this slow-mo, dude? It's crazy. God, Lewis Anderson never ceases to amaze, dude. He is God. He's got a face made for silver screen. Wait, there ain't no way that the Spider-Man toy still has the tag on it because he wants to return it. Oh my God! His brilliant mind, nothing compares to his work. It's cinema. Yeah, that's how my man came out of that prison, bro. Look at him. Oh, finally the light. You guys don't understand. I fucking hate that Assad guy, man. I hate that guy. He's a real piece of shit. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yeah, kissing foreheads and shit. Like, look at this. Look. Oh, my God, look.
Those words.
Oh, my God. Anyway. Well, turns out all the people that were saying, this shit looks fake as dog. What do you mean? Well, they were right.
CNN journalist Clarissa Ward is being accused of staging her most recent reports on Syria. Tell us more.
That's right, Yinka. On December 12th, CNN published this report on its platforms. CNN's cameras, they say, caught...
Bro, this is literally Tyler Oliveira shit. I'm sorry. This is some shit that you do not expect from an award-winning journalist. This is some shit you expect from a fucking YouTuber, man. Like FaZe Ronaldo. She's clip farming. Like she's part of the new FaZe clan. That's insane to me. What has happened? What the fuck has happened to mainstream media? What is going on? She threw up the FaZe after. She's like, Muhammad, can you throw this up for me, please? Yeah, FaZe up. He reportedly was involved in theft, extortion, and coercing residents into becoming informants. According to locals, his recent incarceration lasting less than a month was due to a dispute over profit sharing from extorted funds with a higher ranking officer. This led to his detention in one of the Damascus cells. Oh my God. And you know they did not treat his ass in the same way that they treated regular old people. Look at the way he looks. So he was a prisoner vindicated? Brother, since returning to Homs, he was attempting to gain local sympathies, trying to convince them he was forced to do everything. He has also deactivated social media in an attempt to hide any documentation. He carried weapons and was involved in war crimes. Brother. He's the one guy you're supposed to keep in prison? Yeah. His only pick looks like a super villain. Yeah. So did like CNN know, or did they get played by dudes method acting? No, I think CNN is supposed to do due diligence. They're supposed to do their due diligence. How are you going to release a Assad torturer and be like, oh, he's a victim too? Like, you can't do that. That's crazy. Like, look at his outfit. Like, even if he spent any time in that prison, look at his outfit. Look at the way he looks versus the tens of thousands of prisoners that were released in the days prior. Like, those dudes were actually malnourished. This dude is in his own prison cell in a clean fit. Someone also pointed out when this released that they immediately sat the guy down for an interview instead of taking him to a hospital. Yeah, like, but yeah, CNN has acknowledged it. Free prisoner who said he was a victim of the Assad regime was an intelligence officer, locals say. Oopsie. Like, why do you release that video? Why are you so horny to put that out there without doing this due diligence? Like, it shouldn't be up to a Syrian verification service to like actually figure out that the person you have released from prison is like probably the one guy who should stay in prison. This is like, you know, pretty clear-cut clickbait shit. You know what I mean? You clip it, you ship it, and then you deal with it afterwards. Is it a career ender for her? No, absolutely not. Not even a little bit. Is it a career ender for him, you think? I think he might be cooked. It would have been better off if he just like got released off camera, and that way he could have just not gone back to his own village, gone somewhere else, been like, yeah, this Assad guy, he's a big bad, right? You know what I mean? He could have hid, but nope. He had to get freed in front of Clarissa Ward and the entire Western audience.
Well, after the Syrian fact-checking organization reported that this Syrian man gave CNN a false identity, CNN said that it subsequently launched an investigation into this report by their chief international correspondent, while Clarissa Ward has not given a comment yet following this backlash on her report. Libération contacted CNN, who denies any type of state.
France 24 busting out the touchscreen for this is crazy work. They're having a fucking victory lap over there. They're like, yeah, okay, CNN. Like, god damn, dude, the production value with the touchscreen? That's crazy. Here we are zooming into Clarissa Ward's face as she believes the very stupid lies that this Assad torturer is telling her.
Regarding the verified SWICE revelation, CNN told Libération that they are aware that the man may have given them a false identity during their ongoing investigation on the identity of this man. Clarissa Ward, though, is no stranger to these staged accusations. Recently in 2023.
They're bringing the old hits back. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's filthy. I fear that's a bit much. They're dookie on Clarissa Ward. This is fucked up. This video is basically everything you just said and showed. Yeah, but that's me. I criticize CNN all the time. I'm not expecting France 24 to do a deep dive into the many different ways in which Clarissa Ward has like lied about shit. Yeah, I heard about this as well. The Sudan, Syria, and Gaza. The world doesn't see us. What a militia chief said while holding me captive in Darfur. This brews a constant reminder of the mayhem and heartache that has been playing out outside of Kabul airport. I got it when a very kind strong man who shall remain nameless physically pulled me into the safety of the airport through a small door in the gate as dozens of other people pushed and crushed in. It's crazy because Clarissa Ward also is that bitch. And I mean that in a positive way. She literally snuck in with I believe it was a Qatari medical team and got like the first ever Western press from inside of the makeshift Palestinian hospitals. Like, it's crazy that she does this, but then she also does that. And you're like, what are you doing? She snuck into Gaza, chat, and I gave her flowers back then. That is actually unironically brave, infinitely braver than f***ing ducking for the cameras when there is a massive barrage of rockets near the Israel-Gaza border.
She came under fire once again for this Gaza report titled CNN team ducks for massive barrage of rockets near Israel-Gaza border, where we see her dramatically taking cover from a rocket attack from Israel during this live broadcast, where many accuse the journalist of yet another Oscar-worthy performance.
Damn, she underlined it. Yo. That's crazy. That's not good. Look at this smirk on her face. They cooked her. Isn't she just a careerist, wants to be seen as doing dangerous and potentially groundbreaking things? Like, a lot of war correspondents are like that. They're crazy. They're freaks. The difference is there are those who, you know, treat their profession with dignity and actually go to where the violence is and actually put themselves in harm's way. And there are those who just basically, you know, kick streamer style fake shit. Clarissa Ward has done both, which is why I don't understand why she has done both. Does that not make sense? It's not like she only does this shit. She does actually go. I give her a lot of credit for being one of the first, if not the only Western journalist to actually sneak into Gaza, to get direct footage from inside of the hospital tents inside of Gaza, that's when you are actually under fire. Like, that's not a joke. That's like when you are directly under fire. You have all of a sudden put yourself in the crosshairs of a nation state that will kill you and not even think twice about it. Sneak in. She was let in by Israel. It was all scripted. I don't think Israel would allow her to go into the field hospitals. That did not look good for Israel at all. If anything, Israel's more likely to kill her when they find out that she's in the field hospitals. They'll be like, oops, I can't believe that happened. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, it was Hamas. We thought she was Hamas. I don't think it's in Israel's favor for her to like interview 5-year-olds who have been amputated, okay?